Each question will have responses to show how the question will be marked. The feedback field is for text to be displayed with a marked question, for example, correct. The score field shows how much the user scores. It must be a whole number, but it can be negative or 0. The condition field defines which user input would return this response. So for example, the correct answer for this question is B, so I'll put equals B here. I'll add another response for the incorrect answer if the user replies C. These are all the possible options for a condition. The two most common are equals and anything. Anything matches any user input, so it's useful as a catch-all to cover any remaining cases. Blank matches when the user has left that question blank. It's not very commonly used, but you might want to use it, for example, if you want to deduct marks for an incorrect answer, but give 0 points for a question that has been left blank. Greater than matches when the input is strictly greater than the value specified. So for example, greater than 10 won't be matched if the user writes 10. Less than is the same. List contains and list equals can be used for checkbox type questions when the user can tick more than one option. For example, list contains B space C would match if the user ticks A, B, and C, or B, C, and D, and so on. List equals B, C would match only if the user ticks B and C and nothing else. You just put a space between the options you want, so it's B space C. Regex and substring can be used for free text questions, usually to account for slight variations in user input. For example, regex grey or grey matches either spelling of grey. Substring plain would match anything with plane in it, like aeroplane, jet plane, planet, and so on. When there's more than one response, the responses will be checked in order, and the first response whose condition matches the user's input will be used. This means that you do have to be careful what order you put your responses in. Most significantly, if you put a response with the condition anything right at the top, then it'll never reach the subsequent responses because anything will always be matched first. So, a really common way of setting up a question is this. Put the response for the correct answer first, and then use anything to catch all the wrong answers.